Hey everybody. So I am coming to let you know an update pretty much about why we haven't been um, on and filming and putting out videos for a while. So first of all, I'm going to let you know it's not good news. Um, Secondly, I am hoping that I can get through this. Without breaking down. So essentially, let's start with this. Well, first off, I know that we just started making videos and building up this channel a couple, like 6 months ago maybe, um, and we're so thankful for everybody that has subscribed. We want to thank all of you guys, and also, I don't know if we've ever introduced ourselves to you guys personally by name. So I'm Jamie, and my husband is Chad, and it's just going to be easier for us to, or for me to talk to you guys about this, um, if I can say names. So, um, so as you guys know, in the last videos that we had released, Chad had an issue with his neck, and he was having neck pain, and so that had intensified um, towards the beginning of October, and to the fact where he was in constant pain. And it was not just his neck; it was also his lower, like right side, pelvis, leg. So he had seen a neurosurgeon, and he did all kinds of different CT scans, bone scans. So on the bone scan, they found that he had some abnormal growths in the neck bone, in the bone of the neck, um, and also in his pelvis, and also in one of his ribs. So Um, so we thought, actually, the neurosurgeon said that it's common, that it could be hereditary. It could, most of the time it's not, it's benign. And so, um, so we just, we were just thinking, okay, no big deal. So then, Chad had a whole chest CT scan, a pretty thorough one, and he ended up, and that was a Friday, and so then he got a phone call on Monday from his neurosurgeon, who asked him to check himself into the hospital. And his neurosurgeon had said that they had found something in his lung. And so he called me. I ended up going to the hospital with him. And that way the neurosurgeon also kind of said, we could do all the testing there all at one time, and it would just be easier and whatnot. So that's what we did. First day after getting checked in, talked to a bunch of doctors, nurses, and they kept coming in. And then the cancer word got thrown around. So we were kind of shocked because we had no idea that there was any, we didn't know that that was even a thing that the neurosurgeon was thinking at the time. And so, sorry guys, this is hard. So we ended up finding out that Chad has stage 4 lung cancer. Just to kind of make a long story a little shorter. So he basically, it's stage 4 because it started in the lung and it metastasized. That's apparently a word now, that we're using, to 2 lymph nodes near the lung. It's only affecting the left lobe of the lung. I had no idea the lungs had lobes. I didn't really know that as general knowledge. But apparently there's a lower lobe and an upper lobe, and so it's the left lower lobe that's has the tumor. That's where the biggest, one of the biggest tumors is there. And then in a lymph node nearby, and then also it affected the top of the liver, and then he has it 3 places in his bone. Actually, I think 4 places, but basically the neck, 2 places on the pelvis, and 1 place on a rib. So yeah, it was a shock. I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked telling you the story, because we had no idea. You know, dumpster diving is kind of a, you know, um, you got to be kind of fit to dumpster dive, to pull yourself into dumpsters and go and do that every day. And Chad's very fit. He's very active. He's very healthy. He's more healthy than me, honestly. And it was shocking because I would never have thought that was the situation that we were dealing with. So, anyway. So then, there was talk about what the treatment options are. So, there's the fact of it is that Chad's young. He's not even 40 yet, and he's a good candidate possibly to have what they call a genetic mutation, because most of the time, and also, I guess this is important, he's never smoked, he hardly ever drinks, never done drugs, completely clean living. So this, is completely a shocker in that respect. But it's possibly a good thing in the fact that maybe they really are thinking that he has a genetic mutation. So if that's the case, then his treatment, his prognosis is better. He has years instead of months. Hopefully a lot more years. He will also have a lot more options in treatment if that's the case. So we have our fingers crossed. We have everything crossed in hoping that that's what ends up being the case. So that being said, we do know that Chad will, and actually has already started radiation on his neck. And then he will start actually radiation on his pelvis as well, because those are the 2 places that are causing the most pain. It's what they call palliative treatment, I guess, which is basically to try to make him feel better as quickly as possible, and shrink those places. So that's where we are right now. And so we had, Chad and I had talks about what we would do with this channel. We weren't sure if he was going to be healthy enough to continue it. And I mean, I enjoy it, dumpster driving as well, but I've got to take care of Chad, because I'm his primary caregiver. We don't have kids. I mean, it's pretty much him and I. So, and our family, we do have a really great intermediate family as well. But, that being said, we decided we do want to continue with the channel. Chad's still very healthy, and it's still kind of a shocker when you look at him because he doesn't look sick. And if he has a genetic mutation, which we're hoping for, then it's entirely possible that he could go back to the normal way of life. Right now, he's very tired. It's just a lot. It's a lot right now, and with the radiation, I know he's very tired. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna have Chad come in and talk to you guys with me just to kind of close this video.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, so yeah, a few days ago we started radiation. So I mean, and Chad's looking good. He's
I feel fine, just sore.
Yeah.
I have some neck issues right now. Taking meds. I try not to take I'm trying not to take the oxy that they give me unless I really need it. This brace is very uncomfortable, but my cervical doctor said to wear this brace because one of the cancers that I have is on my vertebrae. And if this radiation dissolves the cancer like they're saying, they're afraid that I might have a fracture that they're going to have to work on. Because this cancer went to all of the weak spots in my bones. And probably in 2001, I had a car accident where I broke my neck. Didn't know about it until 2008 when I went to the ER again. And they said, your neck's not broke, it's been broken. And we told them, no, I broke it in the car accident the last time I was here. That was the only bone I ever thought I've ever broken until I find out that the cancer spread to my rib and into my pelvis, which the pelvis leg issue, everybody was saying it's sciatica, sciatica, sciatica. No, it wasn't. It took the cervical doctor to do a lower lumbar scan, and I think that's when he got the idea that something was up, but he never really told us I had lung cancer. I don't think it was his niche or his place to tell me that until an oncologist reviewed my records and seen, yes, this is what he has. So I was at the hospital for 7 days. Went in on a 6 days. I went in on a Monday. They released me on a Thursday when they finally said that I have this non-small cell cancer. It was kind of crazy. We only live 15 minutes away from the hospital, and every night I kept telling them, I can just go home and come back. Why do I got to sit here?
He drove the nurses insane.
The nurses were great, but yes, I probably drove them insane. I got them to the point to where they would put me on bed rest at 6 o'clock, and they would not bother me between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. because they were waking me up every hour on the hour to do blood draws.
You know how it goes
drugs.
When you're in the hospital.
Yeah, it was not fun. And then students would come in because it's a student hospital.
And I stayed every night.
She stayed every night at the hospital.
So, yeah, that was rough.
Her great mom would come over and take care of the cats.
Yeah.
Give our one diabetic cat a shot.
Yeah, we have 3 cats. I don't know if you've ever said that. Those are our kids.
Yep.
So, to kind of sum it up, I guess, we are hoping for the best case scenario. So we're going to go ahead and we're keeping the channel. We are going to keep filming videos. Right now it may just be update videos to let you know how Chad's doing and everything. So, but we're going to keep the channel. We want to keep, we want to keep dumpster diving. Chad loves, we both love dumpster diving. And so, I really don't want to stop if, we can keep doing it. So we'll see. We're just going to have to see how it goes. But in the meantime, we'll do other things. Like, I think we have some...
There's some DIY videos that I've been wanting to make.
There you go. And
fixing those straighteners, fixing those curling irons.
Yeah.
And I have a few other ideas that I was thinking about doing just before all this exploded on us.
Yeah, and he's going to be out of work for a while, so he'll have a little extra free time to be able to do some stuff like that. So we'll definitely have some stuff to put up on the channel. We just wanted to let you guys know because, I mean, I know people were sending us messages and we were just wondering what was going on, where we were, why we weren't putting any new videos up. Um, so we just felt like we needed to put something out there for you guys. This was a hard video to do. Um, I mean, we're a few weeks out from when we got the news, so it's still, I've told like a million people, but it's still rough every time I have to tell anybody. But we are hopeful
Yeah.
that everything, that that you're gonna have great care. You do have great care, and that, um, your prognosis has been good. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep updating you guys on what's going on and Chad's progress, and yeah. So thank you so much for being our viewers, and yeah, thank you.